Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? It is January the 10th, 2023, and we're here for another fun day of trading. It's Tuesday, and that means today we're going to hear from Chairman Powell from the Federal Reserve. I think he's due to give a speech at something somewhere in Washington. The speech will be heavily covered by everybody because every twitch, every syllable, if he picks his nose, oh my gosh, that will be covered tremendously. We will get a text of the speech. I don't know, half an hour before he does it or something, 15 minutes. I can't remember how these things work, but it's usually, it's usually released to the media, the financial media, and the folks on CNBC will cover it, and the markets will pre-react and react to his speech. I don't know if I don't think he takes questions, so it's one of those. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and you guys have a good day. Probably that's how he's going to do it. It's possible today that the market will open lower as we get into it, but I don't think we're going to open a lot lower because I think the market's going to be very hesitant to want to really do anything. And so we may have a little dip at the beginning, and then we'll kind of come out of the dip, be near neutral when he begins to speak. When we get the word as to what is in the speech, which we think means what we think we're going to get is the same stuff. We're going to raise rates until we kill inflation. The market will go up from then, not down, because the market has already, that's what I'm looking for. It's already reacted to this version of the news, this whole game plan that they have in mind to defeat inflation. This is not new news at all. It's same old, same old. The market just wants to know, is he committed to really making this happen? That's what they want. They're looking for any signs of a second guessing policy. But you can dream on if for that, because the reality is there's no way the the Federal Reserve is going to start dropping interest rates. There's no way Federal Reserve is going to make it easier to borrow money. This is None of this is going to happen. Inflation has to be crushed. It's going to take 2 years to do it, and you have to raise the rates all this year to whatever the level is going to be, 5.5%, whatever. Then you have to hold it there for a year to really have it take effect. And if that doesn't do it, you raise rates another point until the market gets it. Then you'll begin to see a slowdown in the core inflation over all the various parts of the economy, wage increases as well, and all that. From there, the rates can slowly come off for maybe 3 years. Those of you who are into the 8 second attention span, let's fix everything in 8 seconds. I got bad news for you guys. This is not a video game. This you cannot. It doesn't matter who the president is. It doesn't matter who the Congress is. It doesn't matter who owns the Senate. It doesn't matter whose conspiracy theories you believe in. This is not an 8 second game plan to fix everything. This is going to take 2 years to top out interest rates and another 2 to 3 years to bring them back. And even then, the rates are not coming back to where they were 2 years ago. There is no hope of that. You'll be lucky if you see the rates go from 5 to 3. Lucky. That would be like the best you could hope for, which means typical mortgage rates are going to be 4.5 to 5%. That's what mortgage rates are going to be in the next 5 years. So if your banker is offering you today a 5 year term at 4.5%, you're not getting anything lower than that for the next 5 years. So you can lock in a 5 year deal. Could it be higher in the next 5 years? Yes, it can. It can go to 8, 9, 10%. But if you're being offered 4.5, 4.75 now, I would take that deal. I don't know if anyone is. I'm not sure if I'm in the right ballpark, but yeah, we got more than an 8 second attention span problem here. The Dow is off 157. Nothing serious. Half a percent, not even half a percent. 19-point drop on the S&P and an 81-point drop on the Nasdaq. We have crude oil up 29 cents. So if anyone out there is thinking of a phenomenal economic recovery and global demand for oil because of the huge increase in productivity. Forget about it. We're in the middle of winter. We're in January. It's the 10th of January, the coldest time of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. And oil is 74.92. What do you think oil's going to do in the spring? It's going to plummet. It could be 55 a barrel. If we can only do 74, 75 in the middle of winter, why on earth would oil be worth more in the spring than now? We don't need as much. There is a glut coming to this market if it already hasn't hit. Russian oil is being sold under the table all over the place, and there are willing buyers everywhere to pick it up. There are buyers of Russian munitions, Russian goods that shouldn't be sold, shouldn't be purchased. The so-called, economic sanctions is having virtually no effect on these guys in a military way. Yeah, for average Russian citizens in St. Petersburg and Moscow and other large cities, yes, things have changed and are somewhat inconvenient. And if you're if you're a male, inebriated walking down the street, you may find yourself arrested by the police for disorderly conduct and then transferred into the authority of the military. And you're a soldier now. I would recommend for young Russian men who don't want to enter the military, stay home, stay with friends, and stay sober. Probably the best way to go. But hey, what can I say? I'm an old man. What do I know? We'll figure this all out. Tesla's down $1.58 this morning. Nothing dramatic. We're at 118.19. We were this morning 121 in the pre-market. We were actually up $3 from here, so we were $1.50 to the good. I wouldn't be surprised if we do return back to the 120s this morning, maybe after the first hour. We could well be at 125, 130 tonight. We could be. And the reason I say that is because the stock is way oversold. And analysts have been reluctantly saying the last 24 hours, well, they did produce 43% more cars last year. And, no one ever thought they'd make 100,000 cars a year, let alone 1 million cars a year. And they are. And they're really going to go for 1.5 to 2 million vehicles a year because these 5 plants, these 5, giga plants they have, are going to crank out a lot of cars, or 4 plants they got, I guess. Fremont, Shanghai, Austin, Berlin. Then they have the battery plant in Nevada. They've got another division in Buffalo. They're all over the place. So, these guys are going to produce 2 million plus cars a year. They're going to do it. And people want to buy these cars. I mean, people like Teslas. So we'll see how this all works out. The stock is way oversold. And so, that the 130 range, the 150 range actually would not be a big surprise. But the first objective is through the 120 neighborhood, 125 neighborhood, get into the 130 neighborhood, and then solidify from there. Those of you who want to write options on Tesla and make some money, because there are good premiums on Tesla, what you want to do is look for dips, pick it up, and then write some calls. And you may write 120, 125s, 130s, a month out, 2 months, 3 months out. If you want the big, fat, juicy premium, you're going to have to go out a little bit. But I will say that if you do want to write, relatively short-term contracts, you could, if you're of that ilk. Looking at last night's, close, if I can get my big ass iPad to cooperate, I would be able to tell you. Here we go. For example, we have this Friday, January the 13th, call options on good old Tesla. The stock closed at 119.31 last night. Okay, 119.31 last night. And let's see if I can get this to work. This Friday is January 13th. If you were to write a $120 call for this Friday, you're gambling that it'll stay under 120. Might not be the best thing to do, but you're a gambler. You'd get between 430 and 440 a contract as of last night's bell. So 70 cents out of the money last night was getting 430, 440. Now, the 119s were 475 to 495, and the 121s, which were further out of the money, were 375 to 390. Now, this morning, if the shares do open up this morning in this 118 something area or 19 area, hang on a second, let me double check something. You got to give me a break here, folks. I'm old. I'm terribly old. Okay, we closed last night at 119.77. So these quotes I'm giving you are based on a 119.77 closing price. We're trading right now at 118.23 in the pre-market, from what I can gather. Okay, so the shares are 150 lower. So last night, those 120s with a 150 lower price would not be 430, 440. They'll probably be more like about 365 this morning for the 120s. The 119s, however, will be closer to 430, 420. And the 118s will definitely be closer to the 475 neighborhood, 460 neighborhood. That's for this Friday. That's 3 days, 4 days. Today being Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If you want to write calls for next Friday, not this one, but the next one, well, you'll get more. If you want to write 120s, you'll get 605 to 620 as of last night. You probably get right now 550. So that's $5.50 to you to write a just out of the money contract on Tesla. Now, if you did buy shares this morning and you wanted to write calls going forward a little bit of time, let's say you want to go to March 2023, you could write March 17 expiries, the third Friday of March. You could write 20s, 120s at 1530 to 1550 as of last night. So that's, just a buck or so out of the money, a little out of the money, and you'd get $15 for those. If you wrote 125s, you get 13 to 1320, giving you $6 in premium gain if you were to be exercised, plus the $13. It's almost $20 on your stock, which is quite good for a $119 stock to get $20 back, or to make 20, not bad. 130s are 11-ish. And again, these are March contracts, just to kind of, give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. If you go further out, like April's, giving the market, giving the option gambler a little more time, they'll give you a little more money. A 120 will get you almost $19. A 125 will get you about 16 and a half. A 130 gets you about 14 and a half for April. Now, you're not going to wait till April to buy the callback. You will write in April, but you're going to buy it back in a month and a half from now. You're looking to sell it at 15 and maybe buy it back at 8 or 9, and then look to write another $15 call and buy it back at 8 or 9. That's the game you would be playing. It's just that you write 5 months out and buy with less than 4 months to go, and then you write with 5 months, something like that. So it's like a 5 months write, 3 months or so buyback. Right for 5 month buyback. So it's every 4, 6, 8 weeks is theoretically what you do, but of course swings in the price might make you move sooner. Obviously, if the stock has an $8 intraday drop, and you've written a 130 call and the stock was to 110, obviously you can grab the 130 for $6, $7 less, sit on the sidelines, see if it pops up a little bit, rewrite it. There's this. Many a way to play this game. Anyway, that's what I see happening on at the moment. What I see happening early on Tesla, as we're sitting here now at let me get this to come through here. 119.23. Looks to me the last trade has been so far this morning. 119.23. Okay. All right. GameStop this morning was 16.39. Looks like it's kind of hanging around the break-even line. Let me refresh my screen here. We have, down 6 cents. Nothing serious there. We'll watch for that. If this is as bad as it's going to get, with a 164 drop in the Dow and GameStop's down 6 cents, I say bring on the opening, because that means GameStop wants to go higher. I just get the vibe that GameStop is sort of bottomed out for now. I don't see more plummeting coming unless I'm missing something. So for GameStop to start going into the 17, 18 range would not be shocking to me. Would I call this a huge win? No, I just call it a little bounce back. And from there, we'll see what happens. Rocket Lab is down 4 cents in the pre-market. SoFi down 2. I see GameStop now up 1 penny at 16.39. By the way, Matterport unchanged. I've got 23andMe up a penny. Spire is down 1 penny. ATIP is now showing a pre-market trade of 33 cents, which means it's up 1.25 cents. But I don't even know if we've had 500 shares trade, so I wouldn't read too much into that. And I never do on the pre-market for ATIP. I really don't. SmartRent is up about 9 cents at 283. Sexter is up 4 at 209. Apple off 47 cents at the moment, 129.68. It's not interested in giving up much ground today. Goldman down $1.50. It was down $3 earlier this morning. It's improving. Cisco down 15 cents, gained 26 yesterday. Tesla is now down 77 at 119. ARC Innovations down 35 cents, gained 144 yesterday. Microsoft is up 9 cents, had gained 219 yesterday, so we sort of stopped the slide there. Bed Bath Beyond up 2 cents at 164, was up 31 cents yesterday. They're coming up with their they might be doing it now. They're doing an announcement or a press release or some kind of a phone call of some kind to talk about their situation. Their sales were off dramatically, obviously, year on year. Pfizer up 8 cents to 48.48, losing 253 yesterday. This is a very weak recovery so far. We'll see if this gets better. HPQ down 4 cents to 28.60 after gaining 28 yesterday. Carvana down 3 cents, 4.41. Google, the old Alphabet, was up 64 cents yesterday to 88.80. Now it's 86.95, down 185. Down here in the mid 80s, this is a bargain. Google is a bargain in the mid 80s. It's interesting that Amazon is also trading at 86 range. The two stocks are within a penny of each other, 86.95 and 86.96 for Alphabet, Google, and Amazon. But Amazon is the it's the one that I would not get. I would stay away from Amazon because Amazon has a very high PE multiple compared with Google. Google's PE multiple is a very low. I think it's 19 times earnings versus something much higher. Let me just take a peek here. Google, 18.2 times earnings actually in the mid 80s, so that's even more attractive. 18.2. Amazon 78, and I would avoid a 78 times earnings multiple going into a weakening economy where Amazon is laying off 18 plus thousand people out of 1.5 million, and they are going to do more adjusting all this year. So I'd avoid that one, but I'd go Google. If any of you can find a 90-10 priced deep in the money call on Google, something that's 90-10 approved, I'd look into that. But otherwise, you pick up the stock and go from there. Now, what else is going on here? Apparently, Bob Iger from Disney would like employees to go back to the office 4 days a week. I don't know how long. I don't know how well that's going to go over. It will be interesting to see. If he threatens termination, if you don't, then he threatens termination, and people will decide for themselves whether or not they can find work elsewhere. There are a certain group of employees that really can't fight that order very well, and it's the very young, brand new employees, the ones who are trying to establish themselves and become managers and so on. The new hires, they'll have to do whatever they're told to do, but the experienced have the option to shop around and see what's going on. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I noticed that, China, has reopened, as we talked about here, and certainly reopened to travel. But China's running into problems where wherever Chinese planes want to fly to, you can't get off the airplane and get into the country unless you've tested negative. And if you don't test negative or don't have a negative test, you're going to quarantine for up to 2 weeks. It's not going over well with the Chinese government. They don't like being told how to run their world and They feel like they're the superior race to everybody. Um, but this is a sign that the COVID, it's possible that the Chinese variants of the COVID disease are about to spread globally. I can tell you that if Chinese fly to Iran, they won't have to go through negative testing to go into Iran. Iran is wide open, and Iran has become mega infected, badly infected. Many have died in Iran. Many. Obviously, if you're a Chinese national and you land in Tehran, and then you grab another plane and fly to Turkey. From Turkey, you can go anywhere: LAX, New York, London, and you're just a passenger on a plane from Turkey, not from China now, and that means the so-called, what's the word I'm looking for? The bond is broken. The connection to China is not necessarily there anymore. So if you've already landed in Iran, you could have either infected someone there, been infected from there. Now you're flying into Istanbul, and now you're flying out of Istanbul, and this virus is everywhere. And so the Chinese variants are global. They're already global, if not already now about to become. And the question is, how bad will this wave be? And experts in the US and Canada are going, we're about to get another wave of this stuff, and it's going to be ugly. And Europeans are going, we know. And we're telling people, if you're vulnerable, wear a mask just to attempt to protect yourself. Get your shot. And if you do have your shot and you do get infected, because you can get the COVID virus, even though you've had your shot, the trick is that if you do get infected, the symptoms for those who've had the shot is much worse, much less, not much worse. So there are people out there who've been infected with COVID, who've gotten their booster shots, and are saying, yeah, it was a mild cold for me. A friend of mine didn't get the shots, and they're sicker than a dog, but they're going to make it. And then there are those who didn't get any shots whatsoever, and they just peacefully died in their sleep, either at home or in a hospital, and are never heard from again. But their relatives and friends insist, oh, he died of a cold. And whatever makes you feel good, fair enough. It's all up to you. You decide yourself how you want to play. Anyway, I think that we are about to get the Chinese variants everywhere. They're coming into Canada, the USA, they're coming into Mexico, coming into Cuba, coming into Bahamas, I don't care. It's going everywhere. There, any cruise ship you're on, any cruise ship you're going to get on in Australia, Asia, USA, Europe, all this next year, where you're on a ship like that, you're going to be bombarded. Your body will be bombarded by 50 variants of COVID. 50. Which ones take or not take, I have no idea. How strong they are and how they'll affect you, I have no idea, because the genie is out of the bottle, and it's now herd. The old herd mentality game is what we're playing now. Who gets it and survives, who gets it and doesn't. And government leaders who rely on voters to get reelected have decided, I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm not telling the voters what to do anymore. I'm just going to let them infect themselves. And who dies, and who doesn't. And I won't get blamed for it as prime minister or president, because I opened up the world to the virus, and I just said, hey, to each his own. The doctors, of course, are looking at me like I'm a moron, but hey, politicians are morons, aren't they? Anyway, we'll see how it all plays out. Again, the old man is ranting. What do you want? It's free. You don't have to pay for this, Welcome, Richard, Carlin, Nicholas, JR, Mr. Parrish. Thank you for these thumbs ups. Lame Duck, Doubting Philosopher, Deep Value Investing. Look at these thumbs ups already coming in. I haven't even had to beg for any of these. DH Ruda, thank you. AJ, Hawkeye, thank you so much. The speech at 9 Eastern time, says Nick DeMaurier. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, Alberta is not here yet, so legally you're not allowed to begin, you see. Lorraine, number 33. Beach Boy Tucker, where have you been? Jeff Moss, good morning. Bagel Gang, Senior Esteban, I am thumbs up 37. Good morning. Okay, gonna mortgage my house, says no sell, no sell. Christina, number 40. Jeff Moss, I followed Uncle Bruce during the GameStop short squeeze. Welcome back, Jeff. It's good to have you here. I guess I can feel better now about my 4 3/4 mortgage. Yes, you can. You can, because historically that is a very cheap mortgage. Throughout all of my youth in the 70s and 80s and 90s, I would have killed for a single digit mortgage. Oh my God. I remember 12% mortgages were bargains after they were 18. And then when they broke 10, when they got to 9.9, we couldn't believe it. We go, wow, a 9.9% mortgage. My dad said to me, hey, in 1962, I had a 5% mortgage. I'm going, 5%, Dad? You got to be kidding me. Jeff, buy gold and oil. Good morning, Bagel Familia. Alberto is here. Let's get this dinero going here. Thank you, my friend. Welcome, Sir Jeff. I like silver too. Agent Per, agreed. This will be the time to go real stuff, needed commodities. JR, dinero is good. Mucha plata hombre, says Sky High Kite. Welcome all. What else is going on here? Any more thumbs ups coming in? Alex 47, Mandu number 48. Thank you for these thumbs ups. Kareem number 50. Thank you. Home Skill at number 52. A lurker. Gotta love lurker thumbs ups. I love this. Christina, I took 566 in for my Tesla 120 call. Rock and roll. Covered calls for life, says G Marks. Right on. What else is going on? I write covered calls on all my stocks day before Powell speaks, says Bama Babe. There you go. Right on. Thank you all. Karen, number 60. Sell my house fast. I'm number 64 today. Wing Commander, I'm number 62 on the thumbs up meter. Dropped in to leave a like. Now back to my customer catching the show on the rerun, losing money, working. Cost me more money to work than making option money. How you doing, everybody? Welcome all. What are your current thoughts on 23andMe? You know what? I was given one of those kits. My wife did the kit. My daughter, I did it. I'm just waiting for my results to come out in the next week or two. My wife got her results was it November they did this? October, I can't remember. They loved it. They thought it was great. Okay. They made me do it. Okay. What else is going on here? Christina, for all those who need extra anxiety in their life, I wrote 32 calls, 15s on GameStop for the last week of January 2023. There you go. Giddy up. Alex is saying, Christina, my 15s are still out there too, hoping for one last dippity dip to buy back in here. Danielle Forrest, cool. Thanks for the insight on ETCCC. On writing covered calls on ETFs. Christina, here's my new mantra. I only need to be right once or for a second. I know, it's profound. It's all good. Touch grass broken. The clocks are right twice a day, you know. Bama Babe. Daniel, I have found that the swings are larger on ETFs when they move up or down. But if you do 4 to 6 weeks out and write on a straddle, your risk is minimum and you make money on a put and a call. How about that? Number 70 from Maria Powell. Thank you, Maria, for number 70 thumbs ups. Not a lurker anymore, says, I can't listen to Uncle Bruce at work. What is he talking? What are his talking points today? Let's see. What else is going on? JR, while the pandemic era may be over, the virus is here to stay. I've been lucky and I haven't been sick. All immunized and boosted until the last week in December, but I only had a mild flu. Giddy up. Good morning from John Bickman. I'm number 80. Splair, good morning, my buddy. There was one group you had forgotten. There were so-called super spreaders. They had it, but without any symptoms. They didn't know they had it. Yes, you are right. Thank goodness for vaccines. J. Marks, number 80. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. We have 80 thumbs ups, and they're all coming in here. I'm joking. All vaccinated and boosted, says Alberto. Good morning, all from Coyote. Karim, Uncle Bruce, when did the 8-second attention span start and why? Video games, I guess, they say. I kind of recall in the 90s, I was watching some kind of a presentation. I don't know what it was, maybe on PBS. It had to do with marketing and how marketing experts at that time were measuring the attention span of the average consumer and television watcher. And even in the 90s, the hit TV shows, you know, the so-called ERs and Hill Street Blues and NYPD Blue, all these shows that were dominating television. they were commenting how if you were to watch the show and every time they changed the camera angle, you did 1,000, 2, 1,000, 2. Before you got to 8, 1,000, they'd shift the camera angle again. So two people talking to each other. Instead of looking at the two of them at the same time, you'd see the one guy's face, and within 8 seconds, you'd see the other person's face. And then within 8 seconds, you see the two of them from an angle. And then you'd see another person's close up, and then the other. Always within 8 seconds, 8 seconds. Keep the eyeballs on the screen. Keep your eyeballs. If you ever listen to someone watching a movie in your house, if you put on one of these Avengers movies, Spider-Man movies, any of these superhero movies, just listen to the soundtrack and the dialogue. And if it's in the evening and the TV's, the living room's over there, and you can see the glow on the wall. Every time the picture changes, the glow on your wall is a different color. It's like clockwork. It's less than 8 seconds every time, because the movie makers, the television show makers, the networks, they all know we need stimulus for our eyeballs to keep us engaged. And if you ever watch a commercial, a 30-second commercial, you're talking 1 to 2 seconds, different scene, print shows up, and zoom effect. If it's a car commercial, it's drone shot from here, the front, the side, the back, music, talking, graphics, bang, 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 action Jackson, man. These commercials cost a fortune to make and then to edit their work of art. And that was since really the 80s and the 90s, and hasn't been lost. And video games know. Video game makers know. Alberto, including all my grandkids, all vaxxed and boosted. Right on, Alberto. We're looking good. When the cell phone came around, that's also the 8-second attention span. Texting. Let's see. We are still traveling with you, Uncle B. Thank you, Christina. And JR, Bama Babe, sent an email to Uncle Bruce, and he will get in touch with Beach Boy. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, everybody. What else is going on here? Good morning, all. Number 95 is Joe. JR saying, Joanne, I'd like to know more about the straddles. I've traded strategies before. I've traded strangles before, and they work pretty good, but I'm interested in other strategies. We've outlawed superhero films in our house. My favorite adventure is Phil's Spider-Man. Okay. Let's see. What else is going on? Good morning, everybody, from Colton. The premium of the option, Jay Powell, kicking off any moment. Let's see. A caffeinated country with dopamine screen. Yeah. Can't even say it. Yes. Short videos are any subject you want to watch. I do switch to another video. Surprise, in prepared remarks, Powell does not talk about current monetary policy. And are you the cruise ship guy, Bruce? Are you that cruise ship guy that talks about cruise ships on TWB? Never heard of it. Traveling with Bruce, never heard of that channel before. I don't know what you're talking about. Bruce? Traveling with Bruce, Stockmores with Bruce, there's a connection? What are you talking about? No, I can't be. Initial XC, number 38. JR, dopamine and caffeine. What a combo. J. Marks, our prime minister doesn't care about monetary policy. They don't understand monetary policy. Come on. All right, we're plugging away here with 26 minutes to go before we open for trading. I still show the Dow off 144, S&P down 16, NASDAQ down 70 from what I can see. What I can tell, the Fed is not a climate policy maker, says Powell in his remark. We'll see what happens there. Tesla back to 120, by the way, 120.08. It's bouncing back up already, up 33 cents on the session in the pre-market. Drew, I'm number 104, Bruce. You're going to have 200 thumbs ups in no time. Thank you, Drew. Nick Dumori, that's his twin brother, Uncle Druce. There's Uncle Bruce and there's Uncle Druce, and there's one guy and the other guy. No connection, not the same guy. There you go. Thank you, one. Thank you all for hanging around as I see him. Bama Babe, JR, only difference between straddles and strategies, or straddles and strangles, is the difference in how far out of the money you write. That is my understanding. Nick, I type so slow. I understand so slow, so early in the morning. Welcome one, welcome all. I want to pass on my my best, my deepest wishes of support to a good buddy of mine who is struggling right now. I got the word the other day that a very good friend of mine back in Calgary is having issues and had to be taken to hospital. And within 48 hours of arriving to the hospital, it was determined that he had artery blockage issues near his heart. He's had a triple bypass in the second or third day he's in the hospital. It's unbelievable. Maybe the second day. Just had a triple yesterday, and he's in recovery mode, expected to do all right. He is unlikely watching me at this moment because he's probably so doped up he doesn't know where he is. But to his family, we here in the desert, we're crossing our fingers and keeping our eye on our text messages for updates, and we're so grateful that he's being looked after as quickly and as well as he is in this world we're in, and this environment of hospital care and the healthcare systems and whatnot. It's gratifying to know that when you have an emergency case come in, you get looked after. And they're thankful. The other good news is the cost to my friend and his family is absolutely zero. This is Canada's healthcare system working at its best. When you have a condition like that, you are immediately admitted, you are immediately looked after by some of the best trained doctors there are, and he's on the recovery track. Should be home in 10 or 12 days, they say, which is incredible. And keep it going, buddy. We're thinking about you, and I look forward to talking to you soon when you can talk, when they allow you to talk. We'll see how that goes. Thank you all, everybody. Anyway, what else is going on here? We're off 118 on the Dow, 13 on S&P, 58 on NASDAQ. The markets are coming up right now. They're on a recovery track. Look at Tesla, 120, 117. It is popping higher, up $1.51. So markets are coming on. Let me take a look at my at the watch list here, a pre-market watch list. I'm showing now Rocket Lab no change, SoFi down 2, GameStop up a penny. I've got 23andMe up 4 cents. I've got ATIP at 33 up 1.25 cents. SmartRent up 9, Cyxtera up 4. Apple now has gone green. It is 21 cents to the good. Goldman down $1.70. It looks like improving. Cisco down just 2 cents. Tesla up, as I said, $1.33, $1.43. Arc Innovations down just 2 pennies. Microsoft now ahead, 227. Even Bed Bath & Beyond is up a dime at or 13 cents to 175. Pfizer up 17 cents and climbing a little more. HBQ still off 15. Carvana down 4. Alphabet, the Google shares, are 177 to the downside, and Amazon is 18 cents to the good side. And that's what's going on there. We'll keep an eye on the markets as we get closer to opening, which is now 22 minutes away from here, and we will begin the trading for the day. Thank you all for being here. If any of you out there want to join me this Thursday, day after tomorrow, 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I have a few openings for a 6-on-1 private session where we will have, we take 6 viewers, put them on camera. We do a hangout together with yours truly. We talk option strategy during market, the actual live market. If you'd like to be part of a 6-on-1, let me know. Send me a private email. You can make a donation to the PayPal account, 150 US. That gets you into it. You'll get a 1-hour session with yourself rather than paying $400 for an hour, you can pay $150 for an hour, be part of 6 of you, and cover the same topics that we want to talk about: writing options and talking about deep in the money call options and strategies and rollovers and what have you. And so let me know if you'd like to be part of that. Make a donation and/or send me a private email for sure, saying I've sent you a donation. I'm in. Make sure to send me a link, and we'll get you added to the 6-on-1 gang for this Thursday, 1 o'clock Eastern to 2 o'clock Eastern. Okay. If you're serious about making money in the options market, this is for you. If you're brand new and you just are trying to figure out what options are, you don't want to be in the 6-on-1. You want to just take my classes. Start with number 1, go to number 2, and so on. Go to my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca, the Canadian site. Okay. Learn how it works and become a writer. Have you heard lately, you guys? I'm finding this I'm beginning to notice more and more articles and more commentary coming out in the last week or two about option writing. Have you heard about this yourselves? Now, what I'm hearing about is where the story goes that investors, be they retail or institutional, are trading options at record numbers, and that investors more and more are afraid of missing the next bull run of the market. They don't want to be caught flat-footed. They don't want to have a situation where they've sold everything, they're sitting on a bunch of cash, and the market goes up, and now they got to get in it and try to chase a running market. They don't want to do that. So what they're doing is they're holding their favorite stocks, and then they're buying option strategies to protect their investment and perhaps get some upside. There are a number of investors who've sold shares and taken money off the table, but only put about 5 to 10% of their money back into the market through options, buying call options on some of their favorite stocks for 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, thinking that, well, if the market does take a pop, at least I make money on these call options that will compensate me for the money I would have made had I kept all my money in the market. But right now, I don't want to have all my money in the market. I would rather have money in the bond market and bring in interest rates, guaranteed interest money. So I'll just take a portion of my dough, put it into options, and that way I got my toe in the water. And if the shares go up $5 or $10 or $15, like Tesla or Apple goes up to 150, I have a gain here on Apple or on Microsoft or on Google or Amazon or Meta platforms or whatever, because they're betting on the FANG stocks through options to cover them if the market takes off. What I'm not reading about, interestingly enough, is I am not reading about how many people are writing options. Now, look, here's what just makes me laugh all the time, because it's kind of like we're the ugly sister, we're kind of kept in the back room and no one gets to see us. What I find amazing is these articles keep coming out talking about record volume trading on options. You can't have record volume trading on options unless you have record number of options that are out there. You have to have the options created in order to trade them. And if you're going to trade record numbers of options, you're going to have record number of options in existence. Where do options come from? Are they magically they appear out of like the back door? No, those are written by option writers, casino owners, you guys, institutional writers, and so on. They don't talk about that. The articles don't go into option writing. They only go into option buying, which is, again, 99% of the options market. 99% of the people who play options out there are option buyers, whether they buy puts, they buy calls, or a combination. These articles that come out never talk about how they're created, where they come from, who writes them, and why. It just blows me away every year, every week, every month. And we are a small little group of very successful writers here, becoming larger all the time with your trading and the number of you, more of you are joining this channel. And you're hauling in some really nice cash. It's being offered to you on a silver platter because there's such a demand by the gamblers that the premiums are pretty dang good, depending on what you're going to write. It blows me away how little the media follows the other side of the market. It is really something. They have no trouble in talking about short sellers when it comes to equities, like the stocks. They have no trouble, like, on some of these Reddit sites and Wall Street Bet sites and these other Discord groups and through podcasting and through, whatever. They have no trouble talking about shorters. I mean, they call them almost the enemy. Shorters are bad guys, which is not true. But they don't talk about option writers. They don't go, because I don't think they understand it. I don't think they know how it works. And there you go. It's amazing. Okay, thank you, everybody. I got my Google YouTube sign-in mess fixed finally, says Susan Shops About. I'm at 109 for you, Bruce. Thank you, Susan Shops About. I'm so glad to hear this. I wish I could help you on this. I wish I could help any of my viewers when they have this problem, but I can't because I'm not the guy. I'm just a creator here on this thing. Anyway, there you are. Thank you. Get well soon, says Alex. For my buddy. Yep. Cindy B. Hi all. Bama Babe, JR on Fidelity's ATP. It gives you a list of trade strategies. I just got curious about them because I didn't know the terminology, and I started researching about them. Robert Benson, Bruce, I'm number 115 for you, buddy. Bama Babe, JR, I put my brain in overload over laughing out loud. Susan Shops About, Bruce, rethink Amazon despite their layoffs. I know in October 22, they hired 150,000 employees for Christmas. January layoffs naturally expected. I believe December, January layoffs total 25,000. They're keeping good staff. Interesting. Oscar Davila, I'm number 118, Bruce. You're coming up to 200 thumbs ups. The Iron Condor is a defined risk strategy of a strangle. It limits losses, but unfortunately, it also limits profits. Susan Shops About. Interesting to know about Amazon. Tried to return a $200 gift yesterday, and they told me to just keep it. They just gave me my money back. They don't even want returns. Tells me their markups are very high. Amazing, isn't it? Bama Babe, Susan, did you see where Amazon is getting into the online healthcare industry? Bobby, option writing never, option buying all the time. Yeah, they talk about it all the time. Bama Babe, Amazon has virtual care in 32 states and provide care for over 20 common health conditions. Aurora, number 122, good morning. Burrow King Sound, good morning. Uncle Bruce, good morning, Burrow King Sound. Good to see all you folks here. Thank you, lurkers, for popping in here. Please hand out thumbs ups if you can to us. If you're able out there, any of you, to hit the thumbs up button. I see 124 now have come through here, and I do appreciate that. 124 thumbs ups. Burrow is number 123. Thank you, Burrow King Sound, for that. Andrea, they want more people to bring money into the system so few people can take advantage from it. Interesting. What else have we got going on here? We've got, looks like Orbitz is sending me an offer for great airfare deals. Isn't that lovely? Thank you, Orbitz. What else is going on? We got folks popping in to say hi and coming through here, which is great. 127 thumbs ups. Fantastic. We've got the market down only 60 points now on the Dow. Looks like we're going to have a very flat open here. Instead of a negative one, we're only down 4 points on the S&P, and we're down 23 on NASDAQ, so definitely looking better there. Tesla 121.07 up $1.30, unchanged on Rocket Lab, only down a penny on SoFi. GameStop is now up 12 cents, 16.45, 45 and 50. What else is going on? ATIP is now 34 cents, up 2.2 cents. ATIP 34 cents in the pre-market. SmartRent up 9 cents. Cyxtera up 4. Apple up 26. Goldman is now positive 31 cents. Cisco down just 9. Tesla up 130. ARK is up 1 penny. Microsoft is ahead 238. Bed Bath Beyond up 16. Pfizer up 8. Pfizer has turned it around. HPQ only down 2 pennies. Carvana down 1 penny. Google still down 186. Amazon up 28. So we're definitely getting some green coming through here. We're getting dollars coming into this market, picking up stock right now. 1648 on the Amazon, on the GameStop now, up 10 cents on GameStop shares. Crude is still up 81 cents on the day. The Dow off 57, S&P down 4, NASDAQ down 16. We have 10 minutes to go and we start trading, and the market is on an uptick as we speak. Definitely buying is coming in on this market now. Very good. All right. Very good. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Let's go. So let's go. What else is going on here? H. Gregory 129. Bruce. Susan Shops about, yes, Bama Babe. They bought a called PillPack a couple of years ago. Today they are thinking going national with their company health plans. I read they may stumble on this effort, but smart to watch. Alex Coyote, it certainly makes you wonder. No doubt many of these articles are used for market manipulation. Bama Bay, JR, I believe the Iron Condo requires you to write calls and puts as well as buy calls and puts, playing all the angles. Larry Titus, good morning all. I'm number 129. Bruce, you're only 71 thumbs ups away from 200 already. We're not even open yet. Fantastic. Alex, I read a shameless article yesterday that basically said, buy this UK penny stock. I bought a boatload and it's already up 30%. Talk about a pump. Alex, the sad thing is I know people that wouldn't think to question the motives of these people. Maria Powell. So I've been writing GameStop cover calls a couple of dollars out of the money. Do you sometimes write in the money? Sometimes you can. Certainly, if the stock's had a really good run lately, shares go from 16, 17 to 28, 29, you might write 25s and dare the market to keep on going or not give back a little bit of it. That's always something. There are those out there, however, who will write in the money calls. They'll write 14s or 15s right now, 2 months out. They'll take the book value plus a fat premium on top of that. And the angle is they'll write a 3-4 month out contract, take in maybe $4.5, $5 if they can get that much. It all depends which strike you're writing. And then they're just looking to buy it back at half the price. And they don't care if half the price comes to them because the stock dips or because there's a dip and a couple of weeks of time goes by or a month of time goes by and there's a slight dip. However it comes to them, they're happy to write 4 month out contracts, buy them back with less than 2 months to go, and then rewrite new 4 month contracts in the money again and take the big premium. This is being done. Depends on how you like to do it. John's touchpad, 130 thumbs ups, Bruce. Right on. Susan, folks should watch Walmart. They are converting. Closing retail stores to make distribution centers. We ordered some stuff from Walmart and got free delivery in 2 hours. They are going after Amazon. That's interesting. Alex, looks like Powell's speech was a nothing burger. Nazareth, 135. Bruce, you're only 65 thumbs away from 200 now. Bama Babe, JR, I have emailed Uncle Bruce about the link. I will message you when I get it. Okay, there you go. We'll get to these. I'll get to these emails between shows. 7 minutes to go before we open for trading. The Dow is off 63 now. S&P is off 6. NASDAQ down 31. We are definitely improving on our markets here. Most definitely. Tesla holding 120.86 up $1.09. Definitely improving there. Crude is up just 60 cents. Not going very far. Very interesting. JR says, I don't like to support Walmart because they are brutal to third world countries and force their employees to live on public assistance with their low wages. However, after hearing what Uncle Bruce says, Luke, do you know how to get an internship as a futures trader while in college these days? I do not. I do not know. And JR, it seems like most of all retailers in the U.S. are doing that. I'm not sure what retailers are doing. They're trying to survive right now against Walmart. It's a brutal business, the retail business. I went to college in Toronto in 1973 or 4, 5, and 6, 74, 5, and 76. Graduated in 77, I guess. And one of my classmates, so I did watchmaking for my college course, 3 year college course, and I got my watchmaking license and all that upon graduation. One of the guys that was in the class, his father owned a jewelry store, it was a family business, and his father was a watchmaker from the old country, and so the son was following in his father's footsteps, and he ultimately took over the business. His father actually, unfortunately, about 5 years after he graduated, his father's health really deteriorated quickly. Thankfully, the foresight was the son took over with the mother the business, and the father died peacefully, well, another 5 years after that. But he told me that we met up, we met up on a phone call. Somehow we reached each other through the beauty of the internet, and we had a chat over the phone. And he told me that he graduated in '77 like I did. He was running the store by '82. By '87, his father had passed away. He and his mother ran it until they closed it, and they had to close the store in and around 2010. So they went another almost 30 years. But he told me that starting in like 1990-ish, no matter what they did, no matter what sale they did, what promotion they did, what wedding registry and everything else, they had rings, jewelry, watches, and nice gifts. The kind of porcelain gifts you give grandmas, and the nice silverware gifts you give a new bride, and all that stuff. They had all this stuff. A typical downtown jewelry store, family run, that had been looking after generations of customers in the town. Well known business. They could not get an increase in sales starting in around 1990. And he said that we couldn't figure out what it was. We couldn't figure it for like years. We were wondering. And then finally it occurred to us, Walmart. It was Walmart. Why would Walmart interfere with a family-run jewelry business? Well, how can that be? Because what was happening was, for bridal registries, people didn't do that anymore. What they did is they went to Walmart and started buying these household appliances made in Japan or China or Taiwan, and give the bride and groom a coffee maker, give them a popcorn maker, give them a nice Ford toaster maker, all these gifts, rather than high-end china and porcelain figurines and that kind of stuff. That was out. It was practical. It was in. So the wedding ring would be bought at the jewelry store. Yes. Occasional nice watch. Yes. But everything else between January and December, the rest of it just started disappearing. And eventually they had to close the business. And they thankfully were able to close the business on their terms. Over a few years, they did the sellout, and they just slowly sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. Didn't buy anything new and just kept going on. And he kept making repairs because he was a repairman, a watch repair guy, to bring in steady income. But Walmart did them in. And it was that the culture of Walmart, the culture of big box retailer stores, and the culture of the shopping mall. And when shopping malls showed up in the burbs, downtown, small town USA and Canada, were annihilated. And this is what happened here. And they couldn't afford the rent of the shopping mall, because in the shopping mall were the national jewelry chain stores that would crush these guys. And the mall would not rent to these folks because they didn't want to upset the chain stores. And so the end of the mom and pop business, isn't it something? That's how it is. That's how it was. Anyway, I like shopping at Target, says JR. With their red card, there's a 5% discount and everything. So it's like shopping at Walmart without the Walmart Martian. Bama, Luke, just get an LLC card and start doing it on your own, and then learn from Uncle Bruce. Get a good accountant. No sell, no sell. What does Uncle Bruce give tax shelter lessons? No. Luke, Bama Babe. Also, okay. Also, what does Uncle B? What does UB mean? Uncle Bruce. That's me. They call me Uncle Bruce. That's what they call him. How about that? JR, Walmart started selling jewelry also, so that undercut everyone. Cheap jewelry. Yeah, the junk. They came out with the junky cheap stuff for the very low income shopper. And the high-end jewelry stores didn't have to worry about that necessarily. But when over time, moms who had shopped at Walmart when they were younger now became mothers, and as they matured, they kept going to Walmart. They never went into the mom and pop jewelry store. They never felt welcome there. They didn't feel comfortable there like their mothers did and their grandmothers did. It's this, the standard of living is dropping and service is out the window. Nobody wants service anymore. Like that's also what began to happen. People didn't want the service. They wanted the discount. And so that's what happened. And now they don't want to go into Walmart. They want to buy online. They want even less service. It's really amazing. Larry has rung the bells. We are up and running. We're open. We're trading. I'm going to say thank you, everyone, for being here today. Thank you to the members and the subscribers. For you folks who are lurkers, thank you for joining us today and being with us already. We're now going to member-only chat because during market hours, it's members only. And so please become a member of this channel. Join us at the $10 a month level or the $25 gold bagel level. And welcome to the party, pal. You get to use the knee emojis and all the other great emojis we have. And you can comment during market hours with us. And we'd love to have you join us as members. So please consider that. And I say thank you in advance for any of you who are automatically renewing your membership, and those of you who are brand new and coming in as members for the very first time. You're welcome here indeed. Susan shops about. I am a half pricer, cover call writer on my baby step positions. Right on. I'm a half pricer. I write for $4, buy for $2. I write for $1, buy for 50 cents. I'm a half pricer. Walmart has been selling jewelry for as long as I can remember. Growing up in redneck East Texas was a place where lots of people bought jewelry. I know since the 80s. I know. Thanks, Larry says, Bama, Coyote, they didn't want the discount. They needed the discount. JR also giving a toaster or waffle maker would allow the couple to return that merchandise for money. They were duplicates. There is that too. Yeah, in the old days, you would give the bride and groom a 12-piece china set. They get the 12 plates, the 12 salad plates, the 12 bowls for soup, the 12 saucers, 12 cups, the whole, the gravy boat, the big platter for the roast or turkey, special occasion stuff. And this is how the new couples would get their start into being able to host family and friends from time to time with the nice china. And then, of course, you go after the silverware, and you'd have a registry at, major department stores in Los Angeles. You go to Bollocks and you'd register there for the bride and groom, and then you just make a donation to their registry and let them buy what they want. And these folks would have the opportunity to buy their 12-piece or 8-piece or 10-piece or 16-piece china set, whatever they wanted. And they get to get all the other high-end stuff. But those days they're around, but they're not around as much anymore. That is for sure. Anyway, yeah, things have changed. There is no 10 to a month LVL. There is no 10 a month to LVL. Oh, no, that's the $9.99 chilling with Uncle Bruce level or the $25 gold bagel level. Unless Spicy is making a joke. I don't know. Every store I go to, I check the manufacturer, country of merchandise. In McKinley, Texas, there was a Western Cowboy store. Virtually every item was made out of the United States, even the boots and hats. Yeah, true. Bobby, my wife and I are both frugal. We got our wedding rings at Walmart. Not a lurker anymore. Wahoo, can still text now. Laughing out loud. Giddy up. Susan shops about. Folks should walk through a Target and note the number of shoppers and cars in the parking lot. Then go to a local Walmart to compare. Walmart has more high-end cars, more shoppers in aisles. It's telling. And that's the thing that's happening is the downgrading of America is bringing in higher middle-class people into the Walmart. We got lots of crystal stemware, not toasters, laughing out loud. Vilbus, JR, gonna have to shop vintage when I source the Made in USA tag is what I'm usually looking for. JR, the only exception was Buc-ee's. What a cool store. Yeah, Buc-ee's, the huge gas station, right on. We're open and we're up 44 points on the Dow. Good morning, everybody. GameStop is up 6 cents to 16.44. The Dow now looks to be up 61 points. We've got, let's see, we got some more trading here. Let me just plug in my big ass iPad and get it functioning properly. And then Let's rattle this thing up here. Here we go. It looks like Tesla's up a couple of bucks. If I can get this big ass iPad to work. There we go. We seem to be up 68 points on the Dow, 14 on GameStop. We're up 245 on Moderna to 186. ATIP is 33.5 cents right now. It seems, let me just see. Yes, we are at 29,300 traded. High of the day, 34 cents, now 33.5 on ATIP, up almost 2 pennies. Tesla's up 259 to 122.36. SoFi is up 5.4 cents to 487.5. Apple's up $1 to 131.15. HBQ is green, up 6 now, 28.70. Google is still negative, but not down 150, now down 110, 87.68 or so. Amazon is up 120 at 88.63. Home Depot up 49 cents. Cisco up 26, and Netflix up 3. Pfizer down just 18 cents. IBM down only 9. Microsoft up 3.18, Vanik up 163, Adobe up $2, Goldman up 63, Boeing down 128, got a downgrade apparently, I heard. Meta Platforms up a dime. 23andMe is up 3 cents to 2.13. I got Rocket Lab up 3.5 to 425.5. Matterport up 2.5 cents to 271.5. SmartRent up 4 cents, 278. Spire is unchanged at 103. Cyxtera up a penny, 206. Royal Caribbean up $1.10 to 58.40 now. A Bed Bath Beyond up 15 cents to 177. Carvana up 15 cents. Robinhood up 7. Target is up 68 cents. JP Morgan up 86. Costco down 70. Walmart up 16. Disney up 11 cents. Nvidia up 227. American Airlines up a dime at 14.71. There's a quick early peek with a 77-point gain now showing on the Dow. Make it 88 points on the Dow, 11 on S&P, 44-point gain on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is the winner right now, 0.42 of 1 percentage point higher, 0.25% higher for S&P and the Dow following behind. Oil up 56 cents this morning so far. There it is. Powell's speech in Sweden. Apparently, a stock struggle for direction after Fed Powell's speech in Sweden. There it is. We're up 84 on the Dow at the moment. Okay. There you go. Let's see what else is going on. Buc-ee's is overpriced except for their gas and beer, says Vilbas. Bobby, they call me Bruce. Great movie. Coyote, I like Kmart. Felt like being in an abandoned hospital. JR Vilbas, gas and beer. It is then. Vilbas, worth the upcharge if you need the restroom, though. Susan shops about Walmart jewelry like diamonds is a smart bet. No one can squeeze vendors like Walmart for best price. Coyote, you might find a deal on a nice t-shirt or a ghost. You never know. Mr. Premium, Buc-ee's breakfast tacos are legit. Marcus, number 152, Bruce. You're only 48 away from 200 now. Vilbas, thing about breakfast tacos and Buc-ee's is that you'll find better and cheaper ones all over the place in Texas, often at other gas stations. Vilbas, breakfast tacos are one of the things that I miss most about Texas. JR, Vilbas, I wasn't checking prices, just country of manufacturer for goods. That's what I was curious about. I do remember a deep value investment, by the way, BBY in Party City leading the market again 2 days in a row. I remember as a young guy, late teens, early 20s, 30s, there was a big movement going on at the time on national U.S. television and national Canadian television and all the publications and in-store signage. You would go into retail stores, big and small, in-store signage for goods that were made in Canada or made in America. If you were in the USA, it was made in the USA. That was the big push. For Canada, it was made in Canada. And the governments were helping businesses promote the fact that they were manufacturing in the country. And this was an awareness. There were a lot of Canadians, a lot of Americans that specifically only wanted to buy made in the USA, made in Canada products. But the reality of it all came out when Walmart did show up in your hometown, and you had your Sears store, you had your Walmart store, you had Macy's, you had Dillard's, you had JCPenney, and now you had this Walmart show up on a gigantic lot at the edge of town with a huge parking lot. And you'd go in there and you would see brand name stuff in the kitchen area and elsewhere, you'd see the brand names you're familiar with, and you're going, I can buy this vacuum cleaner for $20 less than at the appliance store in downtown, wherever. And the downtown store would lose the business. And even though Walmart didn't have an in house repair center like maybe the downtown store had, you didn't care because you figured I'm saving $20 on this vacuum cleaner. If it works for 3 years, I'll throw it away and get another one. And this has become the new normal, the throwaway society. And so coffee pots, toasters, pots and pans all became cheap items, cheaper quality, cheaper pricing, and were throwaway when they were used up. And that is how this has shifted so much. So our grandparents had the good stuff. They had products made in America, serviced by their local retail sellers and suppliers, so-called authorized dealers for various products. We used to look for that. We used to go downtown to the TV store, and you would be looking for the authorized, licensed Zenith dealer or RCA dealer. And you'd go into one store and it would be an RCA store. You go to another store and it's a Zenith store. Go to another store and it might be Admiral and whatever. And they would have sales and service. So you'd pick the TV out you wanted, you'd buy it, and they would deliver it to your home that day or the next day and install it, take the box away, plug it into your house, make sure it worked, and you had the telephone number on a card on the back of the TV anytime you needed service. And of course, you had your receipt. And if it broke down, you'd call the store. They'd send a technician out to your house, and they would do the repair at your home for your television. That was normal. They used to have techs come to your house to do the fridge repair, stove repair, dishwasher repair, stereo repair. That was all done by your local downtown authorized dealer. Those days are gone. Those days are so gone. Now you go to Walmart and you buy a vacuum cleaner for $39.99, and when you get to the counter, the person who helps you buy it, they ask you, would you like to buy a 3-year extended service warranty for $10 more? Extended service? What service? You got to mail it back to these people. You can't. There's no service. There's no badges. We don't wear no stinking badges. We don't do no stinking service. You mail it back. How do you mail a vacuum cleaner back for service? Are you kidding me? Crazy. Now people are buying on Amazon and it doesn't work. Amazon says, keep it. We'll send you another one. Unbelievable. Yeah. What can I say? What else have we got going? Will SoFi break $5 today? $4.82 up 6 cents. Go SoFi. Apple down 7 cents. Tesla now negative 53. ATIP at 33 cents. Moderna up 220. GameStop still up 16. The Dow up 44 points. Robert heard today that soap and biscuit companies is a good hedge in the bear market. JR, yes, my sister insisted I check out the restrooms. That was the largest, cleanest restroom I've ever seen. Wow. After that, I had a hard time going to the local gas station and go to the restroom. JR, in the next small town, yes. Can't go to the next small town gas station's bathrooms. Vilbus, once upon a time, I drove all over Texas for work, and the best restroom options were Buc-ee's or Starbucks. Zed Estate, 151, thumbs up. JR, Vilbus, breakfast tacos. Okay, I missed something good. I'll have to check out the next time I'm there. Flint Creek Soap Company, we will always need soap. Zed, Taco Tuesday. Nick DeMaurier, markets turning around. Cell wave coming in. JR, Flint Creek Soap. Gave my family the soaps I ordered. They were overjoyed at the quality and the scents. Even my nephew liked his Christmas flavored soap. We'll be ordering more. Colton, I run an HVAC business, and the old style units last 30 to 40 years. The new systems go bad in about 15 to 20. It's ridiculous. JJ, crap. Most of the homes built in the United States since 1990 have a life expectancy of only 50 years. They're garbage, and I hear you there. They don't make them like they used to, is the old adage. Dow Jones up 62, GameStop up 13, ATIP up 33, up 1.3, Tesla 119.38, around 39 cents, SoFi up a half a penny, 482 and a half. Christmas flavored soap, says Flint Creek. Thank you, says Flint Creek. I remember in the old days, you would buy a television and it would be good for 20 years. TVs were, you'd have it for 4 or 5 years. Then the repairman would come in. You'd service it with new tubes and new dials, and it would be good for another 5 years. And every 5 years, you just get them redone. They were just clockwork. There was nothing else to them. Then the refrigerators were good for 25 years. Dishwashers were good for 20 years. Stoves are good for 20, 30 years. Couldn't break them. But not anymore. Now you got $5,000 refrigerators that last 2 years, 3 years, and without an extended warranty, you're in big trouble. Unreal. Yeah, vacuum cleaners. You remember the old Electrolux vacuum cleaners? The salesman would come to your house and they would show you the difference between your piece of crap and the Electrolux, and how it was a quality machine and had a lifetime warranty. And the salesman would come by and pick up your broken one and give you a loaner in the meantime, get it repaired, and then do the switcheroo later on. Oh, yeah. Those days are no longer in existence. No way. What can I say? This soap tastes like Christmas, says Coyote. Tiff, Coyote, yes, it tastes like a family fight. Alberto, Uncle, I'm back. You can continue. Thank you, my friend. What does Christmas actually taste like? Colt wants to know. Jared, Uncle, it used to be that when I shopped at Walmart, I knew there was a quality difference in the merchandise. However, since their business model allowed them to manufacturers sell at wholesale prices, it forced companies to make poor quality stuff in order just to survive. Remember, Curtis Mathis, they're gone now. That poor quality junk is available. Alberto Coyote, taste does not match scents. Believe me, I tasted them. Tiff, mainly salty tears and a bit of iron for the blood. JR, Ralphie, break out the Christmas flavor soap. It's much better. Mr. Premium, is that precision engineering? Beach Boy, we had the TV breakdown, had to wait 4 or 5 days for the technician to arrive. Longest week of my childhood. Because they were busy. Spicy, I'm sorry, I'm having a grumpy day. I need a bagel. Coyote, capitalism. Well, you know, when you had a town of 25,000 people, you had one authorized dealer for RCA, one authorized dealer for Zenith and the other brands. The Zenith people took care of their stuff. The RCA people took care of their stuff. And these stores, these owners would go to annual conventions run by these companies, and they would see the brand new product line that's coming out. They would get all the new pricing, and they would have their repair guys trained at factory on how to repair televisions. I mean, this was a serious business, and RCA and Zenith and all the other brands that were out there, Magnavox, and they wanted to make sure that you were looked after. Hoover vacuum cleaners and GE stoves, all the household brands we used to know, all the brand names we used to know. Made in America in the Chicago area, in Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York State. Parts and service, authorized parts and service, including tubes. It was a huge deal, and it was important that television is working, because there's only 4 channels and there's nothing else to do in the evening but watch TV. Oh, that TV better work. Coyote, Spicy Andrew. Oh, it's okay. We all have days like that. JR, wow, using the MACD oscillator helped me make a great trade on the pop and get it out in time before the pullback. Good stuff. Thanks, Christina. There you go. Well done. We're up 25 points on the Dow. We're down 3 cents on GameStop. Moderna up 378. ATIP 33 cents, up 1.3. Tesla 118 even, down 177. SoFi down 2.5 cents. 479.5. Apple down 23 at 129.92. HPQ up a nickel. Google up down 115, now down 112. Amazon up 83. Home Depot up 108. Cisco up 45. Netflix up 216. Pfizer down 11 cents. IBM up 58 cents. Microsoft up 212. Vanik down 57, Adobe down 35 cents, Goldman down 202, Boeing down 405, Meta down 9, ME down 2 cents, Rocket Lab down 9, Matterport down 5.5, SmartRent still up 3.5, Spire up 3.6 to 106.6, Cyxtera down 4 cents. So we got a mixed bag here. This market is kind of giving us mixed results, a lot of red and green all over the place. Tesla down 118.36. Looks like we're down $1.42 at the moment. 28 point gain on the Dow with a 0.75% three-quarters of a point drop on S&P, and as I speak, it is now 0.18, almost flat on S&P. The Nasdaq is only up 2.7 points. Oil up 61 cents. That's what's going on right now, everybody. Following this opening market, like I said, we had a real negative pre-market. We're down 150 on the Dow. We were negative across the board. We now had a positive opening with the Powell commentary, and now the market is trying to figure out what to do with itself. I think we had to sell off yesterday. I think we go higher, but that's just my opinion on where I think this market will go. 1632 on GameStop, down 6 cents at the moment. Okay. JR, companies in the U.S. have figured out how the only way to grow is to make stuff so cheap you have to buy a new one. Repair, what is that? I used to repair stuff all the time. Now I can't get parts. Susan shops about repairs on plumbing, electrical, now super expensive. They all want $150 an hour. No wonder folks toss stuff in the garbage. It's not worth to repair. JR, autos seem to be an exception, but I tried to replace a broken door handle on my car. I couldn't get the inner cover off without doing major damage. Forces a person to go to the dealership. Unbelievable, isn't it? A 2-point gain on the Dow now. GameStop down 3. Moderna still up 270. ATIP at 32.3, up half a penny. Tesla 117.80, down 197. SoFi down 2.1 cents, 479.9. Apple down 49 cents. HBQ up 3. Google down $1. Amazon up 95. Home Depot up $1.07. Cisco up 47. Netflix up 337. Pfizer down 16. IBM up 44. Microsoft up 220. Okay, there's some of the stocks there. We're up 14 now on the Dow. We're down 1.6 on S&P, 1.8 on Nasdaq. Slight drops over there. Tesla 118.05, 117.92. We're jumping around this 119, 118 neighborhood right now. Thank you all very much for being here. Cheers to all of you from around the world today. Will this market find a direction and go with it? We got the Dow up, we got the Dow down, we got the others up, we got them down. We're fiddling around the break-even line. Are we going to get a little sell-off and then we go have a run? Or what? We'll find out. Nothing new coming from the Powell exchange. So that was a nothing burger. And so now we see how this market handles whatever it's got to handle. I don't know. That's it. 117.51 on Tesla, down 226. SoFi 479, down 2.9. Now 480, down 2 cents. ATIP 32.3, up a half a penny on ATIP. 50,200 volumes so far today. Been in the green all morning. Dow off 19. Now Dow up 5.7. Buy programs, sell programs. Buy programs, sell programs. It seems to be what's going on. The markets are all green again. S&P up a half a point. Nasdaq up 12. The all markets green. Dow up 35 and climbing. BBBY up 20%, says Deep Value. Go figure on this one. Company is on the brink. Stock's higher. Okay, that's the story. Where we're at. How many thumbs ups have we got going now? We have 157. We need 43 more to get to 200 thumbs ups. Jen Jr. won't be long. She's going to come by and say hi pretty soon. It would be real nice if we were really close to 200. Give her the illusion that she's making it happen. That would be great. Help me out. Throw some thumbs ups our way, and Jen Jr. will be able to go, hey, help Uncle Bruce and get him to 200 thumbs up. 159 in the house. They're coming. They're coming in. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs ups. I appreciate it. Do appreciate this. What else is going on? Have any of you guys been getting these junk emails that your Camp Lejeune lawsuit has been settled? Have any been getting those? I've been getting all kinds of Camp Lejeune settlement offers have been coming through. Good news, Bruce. It's funny how a Canadian can qualify for Camp Lejeune settlement offers. It's truly stunning. America, what a great country you are. I don't know. The junk mail system, man, it's just insane out there. Just insane. Anyway, what can I say? We now have 159 thumbs ups, and well, hello there. How are you, Auntie Jen Jr.? How's it going?
I'm pretty good. I need a coffee, as usual.
You need a coffee. I needed one this morning too. I got mine on the go here. Working it. Yeah, another fun day in paradise. Never a dull moment.
Logan and I are off to physio this morning.
That is right.
Very exciting.
Physio today for Auntie Jen, first session, formal session, and we're looking forward to seeing how that's going to go. And we'll get her strengthened up and flexed up and everything else that they do. Reassure her that all is well and all will be well. Fantastic. Thank you, all of you, for being here so far, and congratulations on your settlement offer, Uncle Bruce. Thank you very much. Yeah, this we're just talking about the junk mail that I keep getting all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, Camp Lejeune, I've qualified for all kinds of settlement money from Camp Lejeune, some kind of a military marine base of some kind.
Dude, all you have to do is give them all your bank
information. Just give me all our bank. Just give us all your bank information. We'll send you the money right away. Well, that's terrific, guys. Can't wait to get that going. Wow, incredible. What can I say? I was just mentioning to the channel how we're doing on thumbs ups, and we're now at 164. And I was hoping we would get kind of close to 200, so that when you got here, we'd get over the hump. It's okay, but it's not it's not incredibly great, right?
It's not incredibly great.
There could be more done here, but it's not up to me, and it's not up to Auntie Jen Jr. It's up to you to help us get up to 200 thumbs ups, and we do appreciate them as they come in.
I think I could do something to help, though.
Maybe a bagel.
Maybe a bagel.
Maybe we'll have a bagel today.
The cheese.
I'm thinking of the cheese one.
The cheese day.
Yeah, let's just do the old, the bagel with the sesame seeds and then the cheese on top, melted in a microwave on top of that, and we got us something going on.
Put it in this toaster, actually.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. However you do it.
I got instruction.
Oh, you've been given expert instruction on detailed information on how this is done. Fabulous. I am in no way getting to know that. I'm a happy guy because it always comes out great.
We'll do coffee for me, cheese bagel for you, and they've got a job to do in the meantime.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Auntie Jen Jr. We have 172 thumbs up. Keep them coming in, everybody. Thank you so much. It is appreciated, all of you, as always. Let's see what else is going up there. Bed Bath Beyond up 33%. Matthew 167. Uncle Bruce, where do you see the Dow going to be? Higher, lower, all around? I've been waiting for a rally because of the first 2 months of the year. A whole bunch of cash comes into the market. Tax loss selling is over. The wash trade rule comes through, money comes in, deals are picked up, bargains are shopped for, and that's what I'm waiting for. We're up 70 at the moment. It's not like incredibly great, but it is up 70 points. I had a big day Friday, 700-point gain. I think more of those are coming. We'll see. We're up 10 on S&P. We're up 45 on NASDAQ. All indexes are moving up again. They're now uniformly going higher. Look at the GameStop. We're up 20 cents now on GameStop, 16.58. We had a little interlude, and now we're positive. Up a half a penny on ATIP. Tesla only down 49 cents, 119.28. There was a dip for a moment or two. The dip is over. We're coming on. SoFi 4.86, up 3 cents. That's coming higher. Apple only down 24. HPQ is up 13. Google only down 32 cents. We were down $1.30 this morning. We're only down 32 now on Google. The dip has been had. Amazon up 132. HD, Home Depot up 57. Cisco up 49. Netflix up 5.50. Pfizer only down 24. IBM is green, 63 cents. Microsoft up 267. Vanik up 19. Adobe up 17 cents. Goldman Sachs only down $1.13. Boeing down 270. Meta up 57. Look at the 23andMe. It's only down a penny now. 23andMe down just 1 penny, coming back. Oh, it's green. ME is plus a half a penny. Just went green on 23andMe. Rocket Lab down 3.4 cents. Matterport down 3. They're coming back. SmartRent up 5.5 at 279.5. Spire unchanged at 103. Cyxtera unchanged at 205. I think we're turning these around and going higher on these. How about that action? Royal Caribbean up 33 cents. What else is going on? Target down 56. JP Morgan up 52. Costco up 12. Walmart up down 48. Disney down 21. Nvidia up 86. American Airlines up a nickel. The Dow up 51 right now. S&P up 6. NASDAQ up 28. And oil up just 46 cents right there. Well, what can I say? There you go. Here's a headline. It feels like I'm holding 2 full-time jobs. I'm 65. I'm retired. I have a $2,000 a month pension. I own rental properties, but they're stressful to maintain. Should I keep them or sell? I think he should sell his rental properties, put the money into stock, and write call options against it, and not be so stressed out. How about that? Be much more liquid. Work from home. You're older now. You can't do rental properties. That's hard work. How about that? It's just me. What can I say? Beach Boy, I don't know about this Camp Lejeune, but you get enough junk mail from me. Don't worry. Be happy. Hi there. AJ, how's your grievance airing going on? Asking for a friend. John Anderson, good morning, Jen Jr. Susan Shops about Bruce. BBBY is up 35%. A short squeeze. How come you don't follow such stocks? With BBBY at 150 seems like it was a candidate for a huge fund squeeze. Yeah, I blame me for everything. Deep Value, Party City up 20% 2 days in a row. Who cares, says Uncle Bruce. I'm watching one of my stocks I have a covered call on. The stock is tanking, but the option buyback price is stuck unmoved for 2 days. This is just a lack of trade volume. It could be. Check the bid and ask. The bid ask may have changed. The last trade is 2 days old. Coyote, say no to landlord life. There you go. Don't become a landlord. All kinds of problems there. The Dow up 49 points. GameStop up 20. ATIP 32.3, up a half a penny. Tesla 118.27, down 150 odd. SoFi up 3.8 cents. 485 and 0.8. Let's go higher. Deep Value. Susan, about Keith Gill. He doesn't have BBBY as part of his active portfolio, but he is also a technical trader and will buy the dip on stocks like BBBY, etc. I guess. Alberto Powell spoke already, I guess in Sweden. He spoke, and it's a nothing burger. We're up 52 points on the Dow. There you go. U.S. wholesale inventories climbed 1% in November. They should be climbing in November. December is just around the corner. I would think so. I don't know if that's a good number, a bad number, the expected number. I have no idea. Lorraine, I just bought 100 Google. What's next? I just bought 100 Google. What do I do now? Well, we're at 88.35 on the market. So Google contracts now can be studied here on the option contracts. What to do now that Google has been acquired is the question. Let's see if we can I get my option chain to pop up here from my big ass iPad? That would be kind of nice. See what we're seeing here, seeing what we're looking at. There we go. Not this Friday, but next Friday, January the 20th, in 10 days. That's the third Friday in January. If you were to write a $90 contract, you would receive 117 to 118. Not a lot of money there. If you were to go to February contracts, there might be some more money in it for you. There certainly would be more money in it for you. The question is, how much more money? That's the question. Well, the third Friday is February 17th, the third Friday. Now, if you're going to write a $90 contract for the third Friday of February, you will be paid between $365 and $370 for your $88 stock. And that's a 90, which is a buck 40 out of the money. All right. So if the shares go to 90, the contracts will become worthless if that's where they stop. You'll be up $1.40 on your stock. You keep $3.60-70 on top of that for your premium, and you can write again. You want to write a higher strike price, you can write a 95 for the third Friday of February, receive 186, 188. Now, if you want some higher proceeds rather than that, you want even more money, you're going to write a February 17th contract, third Friday in March 17th of 2023. The March 90 would bring you 470 to 75, $1 more. Whereas the 91 would bring you 420, 430. The 92 would bring you 380, 85. The 95 would bring you 273, 275. So you can decide to go that high. But there's a couple of option choices for you. Bringing in on a $90 March contract 470.75, that against a less than $90 stock is almost 6% on your money. It's close to 6% for between now and April, or now and May. The strategy now in March, pardon me. The strategy would be that in the next month, you'd want to buy this $4.70 contract back for about half price. Two ways that can happen. One, the passage of time. Two, the slump on the stock price. If the shares go higher into the 90s, you'll do a rollover. You'll buy back this $90 call, and you'll likely write a 92, a 94, a 95, a 96 for April or May for just as much money or more money with a higher strike. So there's a few choices, Lorraine, to look at bringing in money immediately. Whether you want to write for February or March, up to you. Some dollars are to be had here. And there you go. Alberto says, write 90, 30 day out. It's a win-win. There you go. JR, I sold a house about 3 years ago. I considered renting it out. But at the time, the rent I would have had to charge made it impossible to get a renter, since it would have been cheaper for a person to buy it with those low interest rates, right? Alberto, premium plus if assigned, $2 plus a share. Obama babe, Alberto, CNBC's highlighting statements Powell has made. He has not publicly spoken today yet, but we have the speech. Okay. JR, sell the house, buy stock, write options, save yourselves the hassle of getting early morning calls when the pipe breaks and other headaches. Writing options with Uncle Bruce gives no headaches. Well, Alberto, Obama babe, thank you. A deep value investee, Party City and BBBY racing for 30 to 40% gains today. Congratulations on those stocks. We are now on this market up 70 points on the Dow. We're ahead now. Let's take a look at the rest of this market. If I can get this to cooperate here. We have Alphabet at $88.94, going for $89. Makes writing 90s or 91s or 92s attractive, depending on how far out you want to go. Let's see. Take a look here at market data. We're up 68 on the Dow. We're up 7.6 on S&P. We're up 36 on NASDAQ. Third of a 1% gain on NASDAQ. About 1/5% gain on the Dow and the S&P 500. So it's green, not a lot green, but it's gone green. Oil up 47 cents. There you go. Okay. Okay. Coyote, you guys with houses, sell them and write. You don't realize how fortunate you are. Sell and write. I mean, second or third homes, not your house, says Coyote. Sell them and write contracts. GameStop, 16.59 up 21. Moderna up 363. ATIP 32.2 up 0.5 of a penny, half a penny. Tesla down 164 at 118.13. SoFi up 4.5, 486.5. We're approaching 490 on SoFi, which gets us close to that $5 print mark. We might see 5 today. Apple back to 130, only down 11 cents. Very interesting. Alberto, I have sold off residential rentals, kept my corporate rentals, no headaches. Marcus, I have sold Google March 1790, some time ago for $530. The premium is still good on this call. There you go. Bama Babe JR, I'm with you. Writing options is so much easier and less headache than rental property. Rental property can be a nice tax shelter, but it comes with headaches. Bama Babe, Marcus, I make money every day writing on Google. I just make money on this thing right here. Wonderful. We're up 71 on the Dow. We're up 20 on GameStop. Tesla down 175. Google right now, 88.93, up 13 cents. We've recovered from another sell-off day on the Google. HBQ up 11. Apple only down 19 cents. There you have it. Interesting morning, everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. We have a thumbs up session going here of 180 thumbs ups. I need 20 more for Antigen Jr. to get us to 200. Can you help us get to 200 thumbs ups when Antigen Jr. shows up? She should be here any minute. Hit those thumbs up buttons for us. Get that momentum going. 20 more needed for our 200 quota. That would be awful sweet if you can help us out here with 20 thumbs ups ASAP. There's 203 of you here. Are there 20 of you able to give us thumbs ups? That would be pretty cool. Thank you all very, very much. There's 181. Here they come. 183. Here they come. They're trickling in. 183, 17 to go. And I hear the door opening. I hear the door. Ooh, look at this. Oh, man. Check this out, you kids.
It's so melty.
Oh, so melty and so deliciously. We have 189 thumbs ups. They're coming in. Look at that.
Oh, we're getting there.
We're getting there. We're going to make it to 200. Look at that. Oh, yeah, man. How sweet is this? We have 192 thumbs ups. We need 8 more.
Wow.
8 more. Cross your fingers.
I feel like it's
Show 'em.
gonna happen.
Show them that you're crossing your fingers. This is a delay. This is a delay
I know.
thing here. I got my fingers crossed. Here it is. 194. 194. Come on, 194. 6. There's Auntie Jen Jr. doing everything she can for you, kids. I mean, help her out here. Be merciful. Help. Double. Cross the fingers. Double. 194. Be merciful, please. God, help us. Oh, man. Good morning. Number 182 says Olivia. IR Aaron. I was number 51. D.H. Ruta, Bagel Hands. Alberto, what a great daughter to come and assist her mama. Beach Boy, I rent. Use the powder to buy instant shares and write on them. Best decision of my life. There you go. Giddy up, babies. Thank you all so much for helping out. We now have 195 thumbs up. We're so close. Right at the line. 195 have come in. 5 needed to make it to 200. Oh, Beach Boy, again, I'm munching, looking at this homeless guy munching on the screen. What's wrong with me? Asking for another friend, says Beach Boy. Coyote, renting seems awesome. Take the income from working people. Hell yes. There you go. 196, 4 left.
I have faith.
We have faith that they're going to make it happen.
It's gonna happen.
They're going to come through for
Meantime,
us.
I'm gonna start getting Mama all ready to go.
Get Mama Bear ready because she's got to go to the therapy session. We're going
It's gonna
to,
be great.
when we finish this show, we'll be hopping in a Tesla and getting Auntie Jen over to therapist
Yeah,
and begin the sessions.
we're gonna see Megan.
That's right. Check out Megan. That's right. 196 thumbs ups, guys. Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank you, Jen Jr. so much. Gotta love this, kids. You gotta love it. JR, I know I'll pay taxes on my option games, but my CPA has told me the nominal tax rate I pay is much higher than capital gains. I'm happy to pay lower taxes on option gains. Giddy on up. Yes, sir. Well, let's try one of these out. This looks awfully good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. GameStop up 29. Look at the Tesla. It's only down 61 cents. It's coming on again. Coming, baby. Oh, the Dow's up 130. We're moving. The Dow just popped, kids. It just popped. Are you paying attention? Google up 54 now. Popping. We're up 17 on the Dow. Sorry, up 17 on the S&P, 72 on NASDAQ, 130 on the Dow now. Mark is saying to Bama Babe, I like Google as well. I hope to add more to my position. We got GameStop up 35 cents to 16.73. I think that's the high of the day. ATIP 32.2. Tesla 119.34, down 43 cents. It's coming on. Here we go. SoFi 490 now. We're up 0.8 of a penny on SoFi. Apple up 28. HPQ up 11. Google up 49. We're moving higher, kids. I'm telling you guys. We're coming on. The low of the day on Tesla, 117.36. Right now, 119.19, down 58. The high of the day, 122.76. We might go for a new high on Tesla. Oh, my. Giddy up. Green everywhere. Green's starting to show up all over the place. Welcome, everybody. Thank you all. 198 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you. Oh, yeah. 139 gain on the Dow. Oh, man, this is so good. Tesla. Here it comes. Tesla's about to go green. Watch. Look at it. Oh, yeah, baby. It's going green. Get ready. Woohoo. GameStop 16.73 up 35. Oh my, this is so good. Oh boy. Yeah, man. Alberto, I'm heavy on Google as well. This is a buy and hold and a right for life kind of stock. Yes, sir. 89.41 on Google, up 61. Low of the day, 86.70, now 89.40. Yeah, this is a nice recovery already. Nice. 143 gain on the Dow Jones here. 16.72 on GameStop, up 34. Tesla's trying to come through here, still down 43 cents, but I think this is about to go. So close. Apple up 46, 130.42. Look at that. SoFi 489. Come on, baby. Let's go. A contract can be assigned at any time. Anytime, not just expiring. Anytime. So you buy Google at 88, you write a $90 call, you bring in $3, $5. 2 days later, stock's at 91, you get exercised at 90, you get to keep your $3+ You just got paid a total of $93 for the stuff you bought at 88. You can buy it back at 91, whatever the market's trading at, and write 93s or 95s and bring in another bunch of money. Keep it going. You don't mind being exercised early. Not at all. You're quite happy. Anytime. Out of the money calls can be exercised. It's rare, extremely rare, but it can happen. You got to love that if it happens to you, though. You get exercised out of the money call. Thank you. Keep going. Dow's backing off. A little computer sell program. We're up 61. I'm wondering, will there be another buy program? Even stronger. We'll see. Selling seems weak. Buying seems strong. That's the way I measure it right now, the way I sense it. Oh, this is so good. Man. So good. Yeah. Gaudi says, Alberto, you can be exercised anytime, even out of the money. I've seen idiots exercise out of the money calls. Alberto, wow, never knew that. Thank you, Coyote. And Uncle Coyote, getting exercised on out of the money calls must be like hitting the lottery. Beach Boy. Alberto, what did you write on Tesla? Alberto, Coyote, Uncle has been my lottery win. Beach Boy, which strikes expiry. Marcus, I only get exercised early on dividend paying stocks on ex-dividend date. This is quite common. If the dividend exceeds the remaining time premium, I get exercised. Kareem, it's only Tuesday and my calls are for this Friday. So I guess I'll just fold my arms and wait for the pullback. Otherwise, last minute roll. Rock and roll. We got the Dow up 65, GameStop up 17, Moderna up 386, ATIP half a penny, Tesla down $1.50, SoFi up 5.8 to 187-ish, Apple down 26 cents to 129.89, HBQ up 9, Google up 7, Amazon up 229, Home Depot down 42 cents, Cisco up 46, 548 gain on Netflix, Pfizer down 26, IBM down just a penny, Microsoft down 281, Vanik down is up 34 cents, Adobe down 12, Goldman Sachs down 42, Boeing down 185, Meta up 178, ME is green up a penny, Rocket Lab green up 2, Matterport unchanged, SmartRent green up 9, Spire green up 2.5, Cyxtera green 2.5 cents. All former SPACs we are following are green yet again at the moment in this market, folks. Oil up 55 cents a barrel. There it is. Tesla 118.11 down 163. We'll see if this lasts very long. Down here. Alberto Beach Boy, I'm still waiting for Tesla to hit 135 or better. Alberto, my average is nowhere near yours. Tiff, I'm writing since last August. I've never gotten exercise, says Tiff. Alberto, I've been exercised on BA and GameStop, but it was a win-win. Not worried ever, just asking. Not worried at all. All right. We got the Dow up 58, now 61 points on the Dow, up 8 on S&P, 48 on NASDAQ. That is what is happening. Treasury yields are firmer amid hawkish Fed chatter and looming U.S. consumer price index data. So that is what's going on, what people are watching on. The U.S. 10-year right now is 3.59%, up from about 3.54. We've got the European, the UK number, 3.6, up from 3.55. All right, that's what we see. Currencies, the euro is holding at 107, the pound holding at 121.5. They're just hanging around right now. All right, and there we go. We have a 64-point gain on the Dow, 8 on S&P, 48 on the NASDAQ, and oil up 55 cents. There it is. That's the deal. Each boy, yep, I wrote 115s April and 125s. DH, it's a great day in options land when the stock goes up and the option price goes down. Alberto, Beach Boy, your average 111, 112, lovely win-win on those rights. Coyote, I was exercised on GameStop at 35.5 and 39 last summer during its run to the 40s. That was about it, though, and I've been writing on GameStop for 1 year at that specific point. Beach Boy, the 125s expire in March. Alberto, I've been writing since Uncle only exercised once. There you go. We're up 90 again on the Dow. Another surge of buying is coming in. Another buy wave. We're up 17 on GameStop, up 0.7 of a penny on ATIP. Tesla 118.35 down to 140 now. SoFi at 486.5, 486.9. We're pushing 487 again on SoFi. Apple 129.86, just under 130. HBQ is up 8, Google up 12, Amazon up 231, Home Depot down 32, Cisco up 50. Climbing here on these markets, 88-point gain on the Dow at the moment. Okay, watching closely what is going to be transpiring. There you go. The thing too is if you write, I don't know, let's say you write 10 calls on any stock, you could be exercised on one call, 3, 7, all 10. You never know. It's rare. It doesn't happen often, but you could be exercised on all of your contracts or some of them. It all depends. If someone out there is exercising 100 calls, they tell their broker, I want to exercise 100 of my call options on stock, whatever, for the exercise strike price of such and such, expiry so-and-so. If you happen to have some of those calls, you're in the lottery, and the brokerage firm notifies the Chicago Board of Trade, have a client that they want to exercise 100 calls. Now, they might have 500 calls. They just want to exercise 100 of them. I don't know. They might only have 100. But if they exercise 100, the computer generates a lottery, and the 100 are chosen out of the open interest pool that you're part of. And your brokerage firm might get a notification that you've been exercised. 5 calls have been exercised in your house, in your firm, and it's this series of contracts. 5. Well, you may have written 10, and 5 of your 10 have been exercised. The money is in your account for the stock because you're now short the stock. You keep the cash you brought in from the premium already. You still have your deep in the money calls, or you own the shares. You had the shares. So if you had the shares, they've been bought from you. If you had the deep in the money calls instead of shares, you're now short the shares, but the money is in your account. You can buy the shares back anytime you want. And if the shares are $1 higher, let's say, than the exercise price, but you got $4 for those calls you wrote, you're ahead $3 on this deal per share. You're happy to buy the shares back right away for a $1 higher price and immediately write new calls, $2 or $3 higher than that, 1 or 2 months out, and bringing in another $3, $4 a contract. And you keep the original contract money. Here we go. Yeah, you don't mind. It's all good. It's all great. Anyway, there you go. Wing Commander, I'm finally here. You can begin. Thank you so much. Alberto Beach Boy. On one platform, my average is 123. I wrote 21 contracts for Feb 17 for for 5+, not riding on other platforms due to the average above 140s right now. Giddy up, my friend. Tesla 117.78 down 199. The Dow now 133 higher, now 40 higher. We're seeing these fluctuations of buying and selling coming in. Expect this all day today. Just expect this all day. Let's see. We've got the Dow up 40, GameStop down 3 cents, Moderna up 350, ATIP up 1.1 cents to 32.8. Tesla down 194, SoFi up 2.5, Apple down 80. We're all over the place, just everywhere. Alberto, 21 contracts at 130, win-win. Alberto, let's see. Tiff, looks like the markets are drunk again. There you go. 34-point gain on the Dow, 1 point gain on the S&P. NASDAQ up 16.6. That's what we have. We have 203 thumbs ups for this broadcast today. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it. Very, very good. And keep them coming in, everybody, on the rerun for sure. Thank you all. Very nice of you out there to help us out. Alrighty, there we are. We're only up 3 on the Dow now. Going around and around and around here. We're down 0.38. We're 0.79 lower on S&P. We're up 9 on NASDAQ. Try to figure it out. Good luck. ATIP 32.8 up 1.1 cents on the day on 81,000 volume. 32.8 on ATIP. There's nothing coming in. The stock is drying out. It's slowly inching higher. Just slowly inching higher. Tesla 116.82 down 295. SoFi 481 down 0.9 of a share as we are jumping around all over the place. Okay. Alberto, Feb potential profits 10,000 if exercised on additional 14,000 approximate. Giddy up, Alberto. Giddy up. Down 25 on the Dow. We have a sell program coming in down 34. This is completely normal. We get the sell programs, we get the buy programs, and we get 200-point swings from high to low. This is normal. SEC sees nothing wrong with this. Okay, down 304 on Tesla, 116.73 right now. Oil up just 35 cents. That's all. Oil is only up 35 cents. Apple down 129, SoFi down 0.5 penny, Tesla down 295. And GameStop down 0.5 penny right now. All right. Okay. Thank you all, and I hope you're enjoying the fun times here as we're watching this market do what it's doing. Boeing and Apple share losses contribute to a 34-point fall. Well, that, you know what? If Apple down $1.20 is the worst performer, we got a nothing burger. We have a market that wants to go higher because we don't have massive blow-offs coming in here. There are no massive sell-offs, which means this market wants to go up. And that's what's probably going to happen. Probably going to happen. If I can ever stop hiccuping, we're probably going to go higher. I think so. Uncle Keith Gill said the same thing, Uncle Bruce. You know, great minds think alike. Fools seldom differ. You know, what am I don't know what to say. 32.8 up 1.1 on ATIP. Tesla up down 316, SoFi down 1 penny, Apple down 115. Use your dips to buy back. Use the run-ups to sell. It's as simple as that. Give them what they want when they want it. Absolutely. Giddy up, kids. I'll be on again today at 3 o'clock this afternoon for the closing hour. Okay. Between now and the next show, we're going to get Jen over to the therapist, get her looked after there. We'll keep an eye on the markets in the meantime. Thank you, all of you, for your wonderful support. Thank you for these thumbs ups today, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you for all these donations you're making towards Jennifer's next HIP fund. Appreciate that. We'll keep you posted. We'll keep an eye on these markets. I will see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock for the final hour of trading as we continue the quest for economic greatness right here on this channel with these great viewers that you are. Thank you all so much. I look forward to seeing you later today. Thank you, John. Thank you, Richard. and everyone else for being here. 206 thumbs ups. There's only one thing I can say about that. Neat emojis. Thank you all for supporting this channel yet again with your thumbs ups and your wonderful donations and kind words. We appreciate it. Okay, guys. See you at 3 later today. And let's see if we can get you guys even richer than you are now. How about that? Thank you. Thank you, Kent. Thank you all, everyone. We'll catch you later this afternoon at 3. Don't miss it. All right. Thank you, guys. Bye for now.